Every day, there are people giving up the entirety of their lives to go on the battlefield and fight for our freedoms. Some of these servicemen and women take on serious injuries both mentally and physically while being on the battlefield. The only thing that these warriors take home is a small salary, the loss of limbs, and mental instability. Not many things relieve the veterans that go through the enormous amounts of trauma that wars put on them, but the Wounded Warriors Project does just that. The Wounded Warriors Project does everything they can to better the lives of injured veterans. With your help, this project could save the lives of veterans across the entire United States. I have known a few injured soldiers myself that I've personally seen and what people can go through and do in the wars that they've fought in. In this speech, I will talk about why Wounded Warriors is such a great organization to donate to, what exactly they do to help the veterans who have come out of the combat hurt, and benefits this organization can have on the entirety of the United States. First, I will identify the problem. Veterans go through horrid things, especially with the most recent attacks on September 11th, 2001, on the Twin Towers. These people need help, and the only people that can help them are you. Veterans that are wounded from being in the service in any way, shape, or form need help. Salaries of the military are known to be extremely low. Appointments to see a therapist or a doctor add up to a ridiculous amount of money, especially considering what these people went through. With this being said, they rely on foundations and donations from the citizens of the United States for even just an attempt at living a normal and healthy life. Wounded Warriors takes the money people donate and puts 100% of it into helping the injured veterans in the military post September 11, 2001. Coming directly from the Wounded Warrior Project's website, they state more than 184,000 warriors, family members, and caregivers were registered with the Wounded Warriors Project as of September 30th, 2020, which is recent enough. This shows how many families are in need of every single person's possible donations. Now, let's look at how we're going to defeat this problem. Donating is technically the only way you can help this foundation. With this being said, 71% of the money that's donated goes directly to programs. Some of these programs may offer volunteer work, like being a referee at a basketball game with the Wounded Warriors as players. The Wounded Warriors Project gives every single penny donated straight to the disabled and wounded veterans. This money can help with individual problems as well as group activities to pull some stress off the former soldiers' shoulders. One article that states 83 suicides were identified among 151,560 service members with retrospective self-reported combat data. This number does not seem like it would be a lot. The problem is 83 people that lost their lives due to mental illness caused by the visual seen at war. Wounded Warriors plans to get rid of all of that in the future and change everybody who's considering doing that to rethink it and get some help. The help that these former soldiers would receive would be free due to the donations of the kind people who gave up a share of their hard-earned money to save a life. Anybody can donate to help this cause. Instead of spending money on a family trip to Starbucks, you could donate to a simple $20. Understanding that these veterans put their lives on the line so that family trip to Starbucks could even happen is extremely important. In an article by Aaron Duffin, he states, in 2019 there were 605,942 United States Defense Armed personnel aged 25 and under. In the age group 26 to 30, there were 280,000 armed force personnel. Most people in the military are younger than 25 years old. This means that most people joining right out of high school or during the typical college years of one life. Statistically speaking, younger people have less money, so as they obviously have less time to make money. These are the young adults that every dollar goes to, and these absolutely need it to sustain a long and healthy life. Let's look at why we should donate, or why we should all donate, and who benefits from it. Donating does not just help the wounded or mentally ill veteran. It helps all of this person's family and friends. Many people know of someone in the United States Army or any sort of armed forces. Imagine those loved ones finally come home after you've not seen them in 4 years or more, and they're nowhere near the same person as they were when they left. They're depressed and they feel like they have no one to talk to and nowhere to go. This is what the Wounded Warriors Project is trying to defeat. In an article about mental health of veterans, Jennifer Cerulli states, alumni who reported mental health conditions also reported difficulty getting delays or not getting any care relative to alumni without mental health conditions. Clearly, veterans have had a hard time getting back on their feet after coming home from a deployment. Donating to the Wounded Warriors Project helps everyone in many ways, including the donor. First and foremost, one donating gets the satisfaction of knowing that they help someone in need. The Charities Aid Foundation states on their website, the knowledge that you're helping someone is hugely empowering and in turn can make you feel happier and more fulfilled. Helping the other people will almost always brighten your day, as long as you're not hurting yourself mentally or financially during the process. Everyone benefits in some way when donating, especially when you're donating to something like the Wounded Warriors Project, a great nonprofit organization that you know will spend your money the correct way. And now that the problem and solution have been identified, I will conclude. We need our soldiers to come back healthy and with money being donated from everywhere in the United States. We can achieve this together. If we donate enough money as a country, then we can save the lives of our prideful American soldiers who have quite literally given away their freedoms so they can fight for ours. This is the least amount we can do for them after everything that they have gone through for us. Thank you.